Are we ready? We got our YouTube voice back. Do we need better lighting? Thanks for getting the bag. Oh, 6 feet. Hot Springs National Park.
We're gonna go explore and try to do as many things as we absolutely possibly can, starting with Bathhouse Row.
Well, after a little bit of finagling, we found some free parking. There's a parking structure, a parking garage with an 8-foot entrance. So if you're ever worried about your vehicle height.
Yes, if you're driving a large truck like we are, then you're always concerned about that. But yeah, this is the city.
Free parking?
The city's free parking garage. And
we're on the top floor.
Option. Yeah, and it's right across the street from the bathhouses. So you really can't beat it.
Let's go. Let's go see all the things with all the bathhouses. We made it to Hot Spring, an actual hot spring site.
Yes, so there are a couple of different thermal water springs around here, and also cold water springs. So if you get a map of the park, then they're designated with a red dot for thermal and a blue dot for the cold water springs. And you can actually visit each of them, feel the water. I think at the cold water springs you can get a jug, and you can actually take the water with you because it's just natural spring water. So bring a jug.
The water is not as hot as I thought, though. I mean,
yes, yeah.
I was expecting to be like scalding.
It's not
hot.
like lava hot.
Yeah, it's like lukewarm hot.
Yeah. Still hot though. I mean, you can tell just because it's a colder day today, you can see the steam coming off of it, how much hotter it is in the air. It's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We are currently at the visitor center, and it is in the Fordyce building, the Fordyce Bathhouse, and there's a lot to explore just within this building.
So I guess we're off to explore.
One of the most interesting things about this national park and why it's been around for so long is because they were trying to figure out like why it was like a healing place and why people were getting, you know, so healed or whatever. Well,
so healed.
So healed. Well, I think that they realized and figured out that they were actually getting clean. They were using clean water, and that can go a really long way. So that helps.
Maybe.
So we just like gone into the visitor center, and that's the main place where you're gonna get to like learn and find out all of the things about how Hot Springs National Park and the hot springs themselves like just came into existence.
Came to be?
Yes. So there are several other bathhouses along Bathhouse Row. One of them is Lamar. That's actually the park store where you can go in and get, you know, things that you would typically get at a national park, like a coffee mug or, you know, something like that. So you can go check that one out. Then there's, I think it's called Buckstaff?
Sure.
That is actually a working bathhouse. So you can go in there, you can like get a massage, you can
do all the
take
things.
A bath. Yeah, you can do all of that.
So where to now?
So I think we are, well, do you want to carry around the stuff that we buy, or do you want to do that when we finish the hike?
Are we buying stuff?
Well, we've got a coffee mug to get and a magnet.
Oh gosh, okay. That's good thing. So this is the start of the trail?
Yes, so we are going to go up to the promenade and then go onto the peak trail so that we can hike up to the tower that we want to go and see. Peak Trail goes straight to the tower, which is where we're gonna go. And then we'll probably try to take this shortcut trail to come back down, just so we don't have to, you know, take the same trail back down. It's always fun to go a different path.
It was super easy to get to this part too, because you literally just go to kind of the promenade area, and then from there we took the Tufa Trail, TUFA Trail, over here to the Peak Trail. Man, this trail is pretty much straight up. So you're walking to the top of a mountain to get to a tower, and you basically just go up the entire time.
There's actually two options to get up to the tower. So you can either take this trail, the Peak Trail, or you can drive up the mountain road which is just a regular road. It's not like a mountain road that's, you know, on the side of a cliff. But yeah, so you can drive up there. So if you don't want to do this hike, then just drive.
Well, after another ham and cheese sandwich lunch, another successful day of hiking.
What are your thoughts on the tower?
The Hot Springs National Park Tower. It's a tower, if you've ever been to a tower. The view was pretty good. It's
Level
nice.
3 is better than level 2.
Level 3 is probably better than level 2. Level 2 was more informative for sure. I don't know. Was it worth the price of admission? Probably not. I would say that. It probably is not worth going to.
And what was that price?
I don't remember. I just paid it.
Well, it was $12 for adults, $5 for children. If you had the National Park Pass, then it was $9 for adults. So definitely a lot better. But still, I would agree that I'm not sure that it was worth the price of admission. Now, I will say that it was an absolutely beautiful view. Like, it was gorgeous. And it was a panoramic view, so you could get every view of the city and the park in one fell swoop, basically. But along the mountain drive, if you drive up to the tower, you can actually go to a couple of the different pull-offs. And I think that you could potentially get a similar view without having to pay to go up in the tower. Now, you can't get the view all at once, but if you go to each of the different things, then you could still get a similar view, and it's free.
So we're on the shortcut trail now, and it's all downhill. And I kind of feel like I'm about to fall because we're going straight down. Where to now?
We are gonna go over to Whittington Park,
Okay.
which is on the west side of the mountain, not a well-visited area of the park, but still a really cool spot. They have a cold water fountain, which we haven't actually seen yet, so we want to see one of those. And then the west side is actually the place that you can potentially see a lot more wildlife because there's not as many people, so we'll see how that goes.
Cold spring at Hot Springs? For shame. And how far is this from here?
Oh, it's like right around the corner.
Right around the corner. After some navigating downtown and driving around Whittington Park twice now, we figured out that the cold spring is actually right in front of the maintenance area.
Yes, yep. So it kind of just looks like an old water dispenser.
That's it right there.
So, but again, you can still get water, you know, from there and drink it. This is one of the park's cool water springs.
This is the...
Wow.
Man, that don't mess around. Should
Cold.
we... It is cold. Should we get some? I've got a water bottle that's empty.
Okay.
Wow, did you really just do that? Is it a little mineral-y?
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the mineral content. Should I get it from this one?
Sure.
Oh my gosh! Man, that don't mess around. Tastes fine. Tastes
Good.
like water.
Awesome.
I mean, more minerally. Is it worth the stop to drive over here to Whittington Park just to get some water?
Yeah. There is another cold water spring that's actually up on the mountain that's close to the tower, so you can get some from there. We just didn't actually go by that
Didn't do it.
one because we hiked up the mountain instead of driving up the mountain. But if you drove up the mountain, then you would pass by one of these potentially and you could see it.
And now we're on the West Mountain side.
Yes, and we've actually decided
Instead of
that
hiking.
we're going to drive on this side just to get both experiences. Since we hiked on the other side, we're going to drive up this one. There's a few overlooks and see this.
Well, we came to the top of
We
the
did.
West Mountain,
Yep,
and
it's pretty. It's
a nice view.
yeah, that's
I
all
mean,
right.
there's not a lot there. Literally, it's just like you drive up and there's a view.
Yes,
So,
yeah.
not a
there's-
lot going on up there. There's a
No.
trail.
Yeah, there is a trail. You can hike all the way up here if you'd like. You can actually hike here from the campground if you're staying at Gulf of Gorge. It's 1.3 miles here, and then you can hike back. And if you're looking for more information for each of these individual sites, they actually have a cell phone tour.
Oh,
And I think that you can either do that just calling in the number, or it should be a part of the National Park Service app.
we found this area. So we found this area. This is an area of the national park that's probably the lesser known, but this is Rick's Pond. Apparently this area was deeded to the national park or U.S. Secretary at the time, because the guy who used to own it, Samuel Fordyce, owned like 1,000+ acres, and this was a part of the recharge zone, which is again water that goes back into the thermal area, and so they deeded this land over. There's a house, there's obviously this pond. I guess, I don't know where the pond, maybe the pond is being fed by a spring,
Probably.
likely, I don't
Yeah.
know. But there's a nice little dam behind us. There used to be a boat dock. There was a bridge over there that we saw. Yeah, it's about, I think, 65 acres.
Yeah.
That was donated. So,
On this experience in this park, we have gone to the bathhouses, we've seen the North Mountain, the West Mountain, we've come to David's Pond, aka Fordyce, even though
David's
it's not
Pond.
very well, oh, not David's Pond, Rick's Pond.
I'm David. This is Rick's Pond. Wow.
For very great areas that you should go to when you come to this park, there's one more area that you need to check out, the Gulf of Gorge campground and picnic area, but you can hear more about that on our next video.
There's another video? I thought this was the last one. Okay. Anything else? You're still here.
I am. I'm good.
Okay, goodbye. Now it's just me. Oh, me.